Hi everyone, it's Glendon Jackson Everts here. Thought I'd just take the opportunity to introduce myself. I'm the founder of the Evergreen Leadership Collective, and really, I founded the ELC off the back of leadership and, essentially great leadership really being my passion, in that I love when I see it and witness it in the world. And I like to, as best as I possibly can, be a great leader in my life, whether it be in the workplace, whether it be as a parent, wherever it may be, in my social groups. And we're all leaders in our own right, right? It doesn't necessarily have to mean that you manage people. It can mean, you're a leader in what you believe to be morally correct. You could be a leader in what you believe to be the right way to, parent your child, or, you could be a leader in the way you feel it's right to behave socially. And so it's not just, in the workplace. So we're all leaders, and I love to see great leadership, and I love the thought of helping to nurture and educate and train great up-and-coming leaders. Leadership in the workplace for me is so important, right? As a leader, we hold the careers of our employees in our hands, and the trajectory of their career is very much dependent on how we enable them and how we treat them and how we nurture them, and how we make them feel as leaders. And so, this is where the ELC was born. And my first, opportunity to impact that is in the creation of the Introduction to Masterful Leadership Course, which is currently underway. The first draft of the content is complete and it's currently being reviewed by some peers. And I guess, why should you listen to me? Why should you look at my content? Why should you look to me as a potential leadership coach, trainer, influencer, etc.? Maybe you shouldn't, but for me, I've spent probably the better part of the last 2 decades really fascinated by what it is that creates a great leader. And I am not going to put my hand up and say I'm the best leader in the world, certainly not by far. But I've been in leadership roles for long enough to have at least developed and had a lot of experience, and have somewhat of an idea of what I believe great leadership to be. But in the same time, over the last 2 decades, I've read a lot of books. I've gone through a lot of training courses. I've dug deep into who I believe are some of the greatest leaders of our time, and taken what I've felt are the really actionable and legitimate pieces of their journeys, and similarly with books and all the courses that I've done, and I've tried to package it up nicely into this leadership course. And it's an entry-level leadership course. That's not to say that if you're currently a leader, it's not going to bring value to you. I think that if you're currently a leader and maybe you're not getting the development that you feel that you need or desire, or you're just interested in, fast tracking your leadership journey and you're keen to invest in yourself, then I think this is definitely for you. It touches on a whole array of things, from communication to listening to understanding, how you got into your leadership role, and what the best approach might be in terms of how you communicate to your staff based on your entry into the position. It could be about finding your own purpose and using that to drive what you do day to day, because sometimes that's all we're missing, is just a little bit of purpose in life, and which can give us that little bit more motivation to really dig deep and do the things that are difficult as leaders, things like having really effective one-on-ones and coaching conversations. There's some stuff in there around providing really useful templates and structures to have those coaching conversations, to provide feedback, to have one-on-ones, even to create a culture, right? And every business might have their own culture, but every team should probably have a subculture within that culture based on what the outcomes are of your day-to-day and your long-term sort of team objectives. So look, the course is pretty vast, but it's there to really provide some really actionable takeaways, and I provide a lot of templates and really cool tools for you to take away and start using from day one. The course itself should take, maybe a couple of weeks, depending on, how time poor or time rich you are. But someone could do it even within a week if they really wanted to. So, yeah, look, it's there to really. This is the beginning of the Evergreen Leadership Collective, and giving value back into that leadership community, really helping to nurture and to assist on early leaders to become the absolute best versions of themselves. And so, again, this isn't just from my own experience, it's from the collective experience and knowledge that I've taken from everything that I've come across in my time in the professional world, in the sporting world, as a parent. And so I've taken all of that and incorporated all of the cool and actionable and effective things that I believe are what makes a great leader, and put them into the course. So that's it. That's me. This is why I founded the ELC. The course, Introduction to Masterful Leadership, is just the beginning. I intend there to be, mentorship, coaching, a whole array of things that will be made available through this business and through the platforms that we create. And again, this is just the beginning. So I'm looking forward to the journey. I'm looking forward to having you all come along with us. And just know that my passion is in creating and nurturing the world's greatest leaders. That's what I would love this to eventuate to. And again, that's not just me saying I know what that is. It's me going out and finding and collaborating with the community, with you all, on understanding what that looks like, and then providing the platform to deliver it. So yeah, awesome to meet you all. Really keen to get on this journey and have a great time. Thank you very much, and all the best.